When I was 13, my oldest brother shoved me through a glass door, and my mom screamed at me for bleeding on the carpet. 23 years later, he tracked down my work email to beg for forgiveness, and I finally gave him an answer he didn't like. I'm 40 now, the youngest of three. My middle brother Evan and I stayed close, but my oldest brother Gavin was the golden child. He made sure I paid for existing. I was a sick kid, so the attention sometimes landed on me, and Gavin hated it. My mom hated me more. She only had me because my dad wanted a daughter, and she never let me forget it. The day Gavin shoved me, it didn't feel real at first. Then the glass popped, like a light bulb exploding. Next, my arm lit up with a hot tearing sting. After that, blood ran down to my wrist and dripped fast. Then my mom saw the red and didn't look at my arm. Instead, she shrieked, "You got blood on the carpet!" Again, she pointed at my room like I was the problem. Evan snuck in later with gauze and tape. I still remember the sharp antiseptic smell and how his hands shook while he wrapped my arm. Looking back, that was the moment I understood I didn't have a mother in any way that mattered. My dad cared, but he was weak. He worked long hours and agreed to whatever kept the house quiet. I left the night I turned 18. I packed a bag, slipped out, and moved in with my high school boyfriend. We got married the next day. I don't romanticize that part. It was hard, and we were kids, but we're still together. My mom didn't notice I was gone for 4 days. When she finally called the police to drag me home, they told her they couldn't remove a married adult from her marital home. After that, the only family I kept was Evan. Years later, I allowed my dad limited contact on my terms. I told him plainly, if he ever brought my mom or Gavin around me, I'd disappear and he'd never hear from me again. I couldn't tell if he was ashamed or just terrified of her, but he agreed. The only time that boundary cracked was when my mom died. Dad messaged me the funeral details. I replied, "Good," and I didn't go. Realizing I felt relief instead of grief was strangely calming. Then my dad died recently, and I did attend his funeral. At the wake, I saw Gavin for the first time in decades. He kept approaching like we were overdue for a hug. Each time, I moved toward a cousin, toward the coffee table, anywhere. I kept wondering how someone could wreck your childhood and still expect access to your adulthood. After the third try, his wife cornered me in the bathroom and demanded I talk to him. I told her, very crudely, to F off. We left right after. A week later, Gavin emailed my work address, the one posted on my company website. Evan confirmed it was really him. The email was a whole novel about Gavin, how my leaving made his life hard, how he was proud of me, how he'd struggled with alcohol and pills, how therapy opened his eyes. He wrote that having a daughter made him realize if anyone treated her the way he treated me, he'd beat them up. Then he asked for my forgiveness so he could heal and be a better husband and dad. That's when I realized his apology wasn't for me. It was a permission slip for him. My husband told me to delete it. He thought Gavin smelled blood in the water because I was grieving my dad. Evan also told me something Gavin said at the wake, annoyed that I kept walking away. She's still acting like the little bitch she always was. So I didn't delete it. I answered. I told Gavin there was absolutely no way he was getting forgiveness from me. I pointed out he never named what he wanted forgiveness for, not one incident, because that would require owning it. I said he had 23 years to become better, and he was still the same man-child, just with therapy buzzwords. Then I ended it with the line he earned. If you want forgiveness, maybe don't call me a little bitch in front of my husband and brother. He kept emailing anyway, pressing like he was owed something. I told him one more contact and I'd go to the police for harassment. I marked him as spam and warned Evan not to pass along anything about me. Evan told me Gavin had been sniffing around the will since dad passed, trying to find out what I got. Joke's on him. I wasn't in the will. After my mom died, when dad was drafting it, I asked him not to include me. I didn't want a single dollar tied to another room with Gavin in it. Nothing in a will could give me back what I wanted most, a father who protected me when it counted. Evan offered to split whatever he inherited with me. I told him to keep it. The only thing I wanted from that family, I already paid for in glass and blood.